evening. Welcome back to The Nest. It's another wonderful week with another wonderful topic. All matters, parenting, reproductive health, and the likes. And today is no different. We are going to discuss a very important topic, which is the beginner of all things parenthood, and that is menstruation. We are joined by two wonderful guests, a young lady who is making a huge difference in her community, and we hope that we can shed the light in her work so that she can come in and help all these girls who are unable to access menstrual hygiene equipment. We also have our expert of the day, an obstetrician, a gynecologist, Dr. Singh, and we can't wait to hear more from her as we bust the myths of menstruation and as we actually have this important topic which will never run out of, because something has to be done over and over again. Being 2021, a lot is happening and we have to shed light as a community as well. But before that, watch this short video as we take on the show.
Menstrual cycle is a natural occurrence for ladies of age. It could start as early as 8 years old to as late as 17 years. While it's perfectly normal, there has been a lot of negativity and period shaming online, with different groups of people going on social media, that is Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, to normalize menstruation by creating content to educate about menstrual hygiene and talk about the challenges women go through during their cycles. In some cultures, it's taboo to talk about menstrual cycles. In fact, no one should even know when they happen or how they happen. In Kenya, girls, especially in the rural areas, have been reported to miss school during their menses because of the lack of proper menstrual hygiene, that is pads, tampons, and menstrual cups. World Menstrual Hygiene Day is commemorated every 28th May to raise awareness on the importance of menstrual hygiene, which is mostly hindered by the cost availability of these materials and even social norms. The aim is to empower women and girls to be the best they can be. Today we seek to explain more on menstruation, demystifying myths and beliefs like applying toothpaste on menstrual pimples, not eating sugary things during or before your period, and the popular post-menstrual syndrome. But most importantly, learn on the importance of menstrual hygiene.
Welcome back. As I had mentioned earlier, we have a lovely guest, a very young lady who is making a huge difference to young girls like herself in areas that are disadvantaged in terms of getting menstrual health items, for instance, the sanitary towels or the menstrual cup, and she's doing a fantastic job. And without further ado, I will let this young lady, this beautiful girl, introduce herself. Okay. Yes.
I'm Folic, Omina PSA.
What? Where's that name from?
Just within Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
In quotes, you can call me menstruating queen. I'm okay with that.
Wow, that's a beautiful name,
so,
and indeed you are.
I'm a student from Pwan University. I do Bachelor of Education in Special Need, but I'm more passionate about empowering the girl child and people living with the disability.
Right.
Yeah.
And
then I'm also skilled in making 3 types of reusable sanitary towels, the shaggy mats, 9 different types of soap.
wow.
We have the Ankara Vitenge earrings.
Okay.
Crocheting, just but a few.
Nice.
Yeah, that is all about me.
I see.
Yeah.
And you know, for a young girl like you, and many years ago when I was in uni, all I thought was my books and back home and a bit of fun. But here you are taking huge responsibilities. What motivated you to especially take matters of, you know, being a menstrual queen?
Okay, when I was growing up, just from primary school, that is in the village.
Right.
Yeah, so I really saw how girls were being triggered with the menstruating.
Right.
So you could see the girls were very shy. boys, we didn't have someone who could come and inform us about periods.
Right.
So the moment it was your first day and
Yep.
you are in school, you don't know anything.
Yes.
You could really feel shy.
Yes.
So the evening when you go back home, actually the next day you won't come back.
no.
So you will miss classes.
Right.
And then we have some assumption from our village, just in our society. Yeah. So because I'm in my periods, I'm really even afraid. I'm trying to hide from everyone. I don't want them to see what I'm going through.
Right.
But apart from that, deep down, I'm also going under depression. Yeah.
Indeed.
So when I was growing up, that was actually in class 5.
Wow.
I really wanted to become a, is it period for ambassador or ambassador for period?
Wow, from class 5?
Yeah.
That means you were about, what, 10 years old? 10, 11?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I grew up. So when I went to high school, we went for it was Mashujaa Day. So on Mashujaa Day, I only saw men. They're
Okay.
only appreciating men. Then at the back of my mind, I asked, I've seen women who are
good
really in
things.
the field.
Yes.
They're even doing the advocacy for girls, but no one is there to
Hear
appreciate
them, out
them.
and to to put them up there.
Yeah. So what will these young girls growing up, what will they learn if they can't
Absolutely.
appreciate the ladies?
Yes.
So we will remain in the norm of women. They are nowhere to be seen in society. Even if you push, still no one will appreciate
Like
you.
they say, it's a man's world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is it. Actually, when I finished Form 4, then I still had, I asked myself so many questions. How am I going to do it so that I also lift other girls? Because apart from just menstruating,
Right.
I saw girls dropping out of school because they couldn't afford the pad.
Yes, yes.
And then sometimes we used to get the donors. Sometimes the government chips in and give us the pads.
Right.
But the person comes and give you a pad.
Yes.
He or she doesn't explain to you how to use it. And maybe
exactly.
you are receiving a pad and you are going to have your first period. So it becomes also tricky. So you will find that we have some guys, the male gender, because they were not involved in menstrual health classes, or they are not informed.
Yes, yes.
So you will find they will give you 50 bob. Okay, you need the 50 bob. They will give you for sanitary towel. Once, twice.
Yes.
So the third time, it will be like you
There
benefit.
has to be an exchange.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you'll find majority of the girls dropped out of school because of just pad.
I see.
Because they became pregnant. Yeah. So when I joined the campus, I decided to do just a small research.
Okay.
Yeah. So on weekend I used to go to Mashinani. That is actually in Kilifi.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to go to Mashinani. I used to walk along the beaches. So along the beach, you could find majority of the people, they are girls.
Right.
They are girls, they are swimming. But you see, you can learn someone mind.
Yes.
Even just apart from just viewing, but you listen. Yeah, so I used to hear how they talk. They are really suffering. And then when you go to Mashinani now, it is the
even
worst.
worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you go to the interior, you will find a girl is 21 years old, but she has 3 kids.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's
then
young.
to the person who married her, even the house itself, it is in the worst condition. They don't even have a mattress. So even when you're talking to her, you don't just have to talk to her. You also have to give her something, because if she's 21 years old, she has 3 kids. You can ask yourself, that means she dropped out of school. And if the house is in Makuti shape and it is leaking, as in Metoboka, that is a sure bet. She can't afford high school fee, even the primary fee. And then we also find other girls, class 5, someone is 14, 16 years, class 5. So 1 week, 2 weeks, she's at home.
Because of
Amefukuzwa ati
period. Oh.
activity fee.
Activity fee.
So
Oh,
if
no.
that one activity fee actually is 150 bob, if
Oh,
activity
no.
fee can keep her at home, 1 week to 2 weeks, what about the periods? So
Right.
activity becomes challenge number 1.
Right.
And then number 2 now the period, which is per month.
Right.
And then number 3,
Yes.
the food, the basic needs in the house. So it becomes tricky, and that is why I decided, apart from just making the reusable sanitary towel or doing the tutorial for reusable sanitary towel,
Right.
I must also come up with something else that will empower. Because if I give you today a sanitary towel, and then I go back maybe to my village in Kakamega,
Right.
who will give you the next time?
Oh, I see.
So when you make a shaggy mat and you make it as a living business, you can still be able to buy another pad during the next month. Yeah.
Exactly. And even buy for a sister or a sibling and empower them, because what I'm getting from this conversation is a girl will have this thing that biologically we can't control, and it will always put them at a disadvantage. And I've picked that the men will take advantage of her. I've also picked that the men are not educated about menstruation, which is quite sad. And third, they are basically at a position whereby even if you give them this item, they're unable to actually empower themselves, because you give them and then what? So I think what you're doing is amazing. And I am very curious to know about these recyclable pads. Could you walk us through that? How do you make them? How do they look like? How are they used?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so for the reusable sanitary towels, we have 3 types. So the most that is majorly made in Kenya, it is the loose reusable sanitary towels.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have loose reusable sanitary towel, we have inbuilt reusable sanitary towel, and self-contained reusable sanitary towel.
Could you walk us through that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So for today, like I had I had a sample for loose reusable sanitary towel.
Okay.
Yeah. So for girls who are coming from the interior, I mean, we even if we are getting support from the government, it is not that much.
Right.
Yeah, as in we don't have that much. We can make the loose reusable sanitary towel. And the best thing with the loose reusable sanitary towel, the duration is good, 3 to 4 years.
Oh, I see. Is that what you're holding right there? Okay. Okay. It's okay. I can help you. Okay. So to the audience, so this is what makes the base, yeah? So this is what makes the base, because I know we walked through this a bit earlier. And so what is that?
This one now the absorber.
Okay.
Yeah.
What material is this?
This one is a flannel type of cotton.
Okay, like the one for washing babies.
Yes.
Meaning it holds more than any other material.
Yeah, it is the best absorber.
Okay, I can tell this is different. So what material is this?
That one is a normal cotton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I'll try to remember what you showed me. So you insert it up here, like this. And again, you said this is the loose. I can't wait to hear more about the self-contained and the other one, because the only self-contained I know is a house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I think I'm getting this. All right. So you insert it like that.
Yeah, you insert like that.
Right.
And then we normally use the plastic press button.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They are the most
Oh,
advisable.
yes, these ones,
yeah, for holding them.
Okay, okay. So I wish we had a panty to show how this goes, but does it go over the panty then you close?
Yeah.
Or do you close it then put it on top of the panty?
No, you put on top of a panty and then you press. So it will depend whether you want it to be loose or tight.
I see.
That is why we have
the two
plastic
buttons.
press buttons.
Right.
Yeah.
Feels solid. It feels very solid.
Yeah.
Like this is actually, guys, this is an actual pad, which is an alternative to, the other kind of pad.
Yeah.
And I think, again, later on, you will explain to us about the maintenance, the hygiene of it. So for now, you can tell us more about the other one. You call it
Okay,
this.
so
Yes. So this is the loose?
I say this is the loose, but inside the
Yes,
base,
yes.
we have to put in a linen.
Aha.
So the linen will prevent it from passing to the
Yes, to
our
the
dressing
outfit. Yes.
outfit. Yeah.
Yes.
So and we normally use the plastic press button
Okay.
because they won't react. You see, it is blood.
Yes.
Then if you can imagine if we are using metal.
Oh
yeah.
my.
So metal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Then again with washing it will rust. That is another infection to our body.
True.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for the for the
Inbuilt?
inbuilt,
Yes.
that one actually we normally use. We can use the fiber from baobab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but major of those one they are normally exported from Turkey.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So they're a bit more expensive.
They are a bit more expensive because this one, a packet of 6 will go at 720.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But like those one, a packet that contains 6 will go even up to 2,000, but they last 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what about the self-contained?
Self-contained.
Yes.
They're like almost the same, but that one we prefer if maybe someone is just within, maybe working in an office, just in a house, you can use those one. And then like for these ones, some people, when they use the disposable sanitary towels, they get itches.
Yes.
Hygiene, hygiene it is a bit tricky for them.
Absolutely.
Those ones. So you find
Yes.
they get vaginal yeast
Yes,
infection.
yes.
They get irritated.
Yes.
So that is why they prefer to use this one. But this one you also have to be clean.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
If not,
Yes.
around the groin,
Yes.
you will get some things like balls.
True,
Then
true.
they are a bit hard.
Okay.
They don't. We say they don't ripe.
Oh, okay.
So even when you try to press them,
yes.
you'll use a lot of force.
Okay.
So something will pop out like a small aphid.
Yes, and
then
you'll
it
end
will-
up with an infection,
Yeah.
which is not a solution
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you maintain hygiene? How many does one person need?
Okay, like for this one, I could say you just need a whole packet.
Okay.
Like we say, maybe you have the base, you have base 3 or maybe 5, and then the inlets, that one now made of flannel, you need like 10 because we can say today I want to wash and air them out, but the weather is too
It's
bad.
too bad,
Yeah,
yes,
so
so
that
it
is why
doesn't
we
dry
need
out. Okay.
variety.
Okay.
Then when you wash them, ensure you dry them properly.
Okay.
If you have an iron box, well and good, you can.
Oh, iron.
Yeah, you can
them.
iron them, just
Absolutely.
neatness.
Okay.
But if you are not able to access an iron box, then just ensure that you wash them properly and then you air them
dry.
properly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So there's no shame in this.
And no shame.
Yeah. Is there any particular way to do it, to do the washing? Can you use soap or do you use just plain water? Because we're talking of a very sensitive area of a woman's body.
Okay, the moment you remove them, we have said the base you need like 5,
Yes.
but the inlet you need them more.
Yes.
So you will take the flannel part and then you soak. You first place in just normal water, the cold
yes,
one.
yes.
Then you
Okay.
you have to somehow like rinsing.
Right.
Then you take the lukewarm water, you rinse again, you take a cold water, you
Yes.
rinse, and then
Yes,
you wash
yes,
them.
yes.
When you're washing them, you don't scrub.
To scrub it a
Yeah,
lot.
just gently.
Right.
And then they'll be okay. But ensure the moment you remove, place in water, because if you also don't wash immediately, you want to maybe to pack them,
Yes,
pack them,
yes,
pack
yes,
them.
yes, yes.
Of course, they will turn in color and they will look very
Absolutely.
funny.
All right.
Yeah.
So before we actually invite our guest, who is OBGYN, so a lady who specializes in women reproductive health, where can somebody get this? For instance, somebody who's watching and they're thinking, maybe I want to buy some for myself. There's no association of this with poverty, but it's an alternative to the normal pads that we buy. Basically, they last longer, and obviously they're cheaper, other than obviously maybe the first round, which you mentioned.
Yeah.
But how can they get this?
Okay, like That one I can say. You can find me on my Facebook account.
Okay. What's the
That
name
is
you use?
Folic PSA.
Okay.
Menstruating Queen.
Yes.
And then you can also find me on Twitter.
Okay.
At Menstruating Queen or Mina Folic. Yeah, so you'll find me there. Then maybe we can hook up.
Yes.
We make.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
you
change the
even train
society.
people. Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I am blown away, guys. This young lady right here, I won't reveal her age without her permission, but she's very young. She's only a student doing everything you can think of, changing the society, bringing in such, I call that bravery, because it's about time we as women got back together and supported each other, and we hope and pray that her organization and the initiative she's taken up goes a really long way. And we're going to take a short break as we invite our expert of the day. See you.